B.C. Wright. I am the fight director for the production of Henry V here at Arkansas Rep. Broadswords at that time were about like brand new BMWs. That's how much it would cost in terms of ratio. So that was why nobles had them and peasants didn't. It's because you had to have that kind of money in order to be able to have those. And that's why the nobles would have a small cadre of knights that were theirs that they supplied these weapons to because they were expensive. And if peasants got a hand on them from stealing one from the battle or finding one after a battle, then that was where you get all these stories of swords being handed down from father to son, because it was such an expensive item that you're not going to get any other way. But typically it's a weapon of the nobility. The nobility doesn't want to get killed with these weapons from the other nobility, so they wear armor. And so there was a battle between, I'm going to make a better sword to get through your armor, and I'm going to then make better armor so your sword can't get through it. And then it would just continue like that, and so the armor got bigger and bigger and heavier and heavier. So the broadsword, particularly when used against peasants, that's when you're going to lop off some limbs and some other things like you see in the movie. But usually if you're fighting against noble versus noble, which is what often happened, you're not going to cut off anything because they're wearing armor to prevent you from doing it. So it's often used as a big metal baseball bat, and you're trying to, one, knock the guy down, because if he's got a lot of armor on him, you knock him down, he's going to be slow to get up. And in Agincourt, actually, what happened, there was a significant number of French nobles in their armor who, when they got into the big, huge mud pit that was the field, a lot of them drowned in the mud because their armor was suctioned into the filth. So broadswords were used for one reason, to just knock somebody down. Yeah, it was not a finesse weapon. It was very much a how hard can I hit you with it kind of weapon. And the edge would dull really quickly, partly because of the metal technology of the day, and partly because as soon as you hit it against all that armor, it's going to dull really quickly, which is another reason why you're not going to be lopping off a lot of limbs like we see in the movies.